Hey guys, YouTuber100 here. Alright, and yeah, now, as I continue the Pixar reviews, now here's my review of Monsters Incorporated. Yeah, so, yeah, I really do love this film. Yeah, Monsters Inc. is a great movie. Yeah, I'd say it's probably right behind the Toy Story movies as being my favorite Pixar movie of all time. Yeah. I mean, it is a really, really great movie. Yeah. Yeah, but, yeah. I agree with what Nostalgia Critic said in his Disney Summer Review for this movie. Like, this isn't really, like, an original idea. I mean, yeah, this idea has been done before with monsters going to scare humans. Yeah, I mean, it was a Nickelodeon show, Abiel Monsters, and yeah, it's been used in other shows and movies, yeah. So yeah, this idea's been done before, so yeah, this isn't really an original idea, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Yeah, this movie is still a really, really great movie. Yeah, this was the first Pixar film that wasn't directed by John Lasseter. Yeah, John Lasseter had Toy Story: A Bug's Life and Toy Story 2, so yeah, this was the first Pixar film that wasn't under his direction. This film was under the direction of Pete Docter, and yeah, and like I said, it is a really, really, really great movie. I really do love this film a lot. Yeah, this film has a pretty good cast. Has John Goodman, Billy Crystal, Steve Buscemi, James Coburn, Jennifer Tilly. Yeah, so yeah, the movie has a pretty good cast. Yeah, and has some pretty good characters. Yeah, Sully and Mike, they are really awesome characters. Yeah, Randall, he's a pretty good villain, and Waternoose is good. Yeah, Boo gets a lot of mixed feelings by some. Yeah, some call her cute, some call her annoying. Yeah, I like over the years I've really like my feeling for Boo been kind of like changing. Yeah, like first I like really didn't like her. Then as I moved on, I did like her. Yeah, my feelings for her have been changing over the years. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, this is a really, really, really good movie. Yeah, I saw this when it was first released in 2001. Yeah, and when it was re-released in 3D in theaters a few years ago, I went to see it again. Yeah, it is still really great to see. Yeah. I just really do love this movie. It is really good. I'd give this probably 3.75 stars out of 4. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot like Toy Story movies, I really do like a lot about this movie. Yeah, I can't really think of anything that I really hate about the movie. Yeah, there may be a couple of things I don't really like, but yeah, it's not really like big things. Yeah, I like just about everything about the movie, like Toy Story. Yeah. Great movie. Yeah, I like the music in the movie. Yeah, like the song that Mike and Sully sing, "If I Didn't Have You." I mean, I really like that song, and I like the music played at the very beginning of the movie. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, even the rest of the music throughout the movie, that's all pretty good. Yeah, yeah, so yeah, and yeah, this movie also has some really funny stuff in it too. Yeah, yeah, so yeah, I just really, really do love this movie a lot. Alright, so yeah, let me just get right into it. Alright, yeah. So the movie, he starts with what looks like a child being put to bed, and we see a monster emerge from the closet. And yeah, then the child gets scared and starts screaming, but then the monster, like, gets scared himself, and then, yeah, he just backs back, and then he accidentally like hits a soccer ball and then it hits him right in the head, and then it causes the monster to trip on a skateboard and just fall right onto some jacks. Yeah, he's like freaking out and screaming, running all over the place trying to get them out. And then we see that it was just a simulation that the monster was doing, meaning that it wasn't a real child. Yeah. And yeah, then yeah, the monster gets criticized for what he does wrong, and yeah, the biggest problem is that he left the door open, and that he can't do that if he goes into an actual little child's room. Yeah. And then yeah, the CEO of Monsters Incorporated, Henry J. Waternoose, who's then yeah, he comes and he tells the monsters after they say they don't want to go into a real child's room. He says that they have to go in because their energy is powered by children's screams. Yeah. Yeah, and then Waternoose said that he needs scarers like James P. Sullivan, or Sully. Yeah. And then we cut to Mike and Sully. Yeah, and yeah, Mike was training Sully because Mike was also Sully's scare assistant as well as his best friend. And yeah, Mike was training Sully on how to scare other kids. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, then they saw that the new commercial for Monsters Inc. was airing on the TV. And yeah, Mike was excited since he was in it. And then yeah, Josh was saying what Monsters Inc. does. They just power everything in the monster world. Yeah. Yeah. And then yeah, when it finally showed Mike and Sully in the commercial, like the Monsters Inc. logo covered up a lot of Mike. Like yeah. And then yeah, at first it looked like Mike was upset that he was covered up, but then he showed that he was happy that he was on TV. And yeah. Yeah. And then yeah, it showed Mike and Sully then walking to work. And yeah, they eventually arrived. And yeah, Sully was like, greeted by everyone. And yeah, there were like the two who like I really don't know what to call them. They're like two workers for Monsters Inc. Yeah, they were talking to Sully, and Mike was telling them to leave Sully alone, and they were making him lose his focus. Yeah, and then Mike then went to talk to his girlfriend Celia, or as he calls her, Schmoopsy Poo. Yeah, and tells her happy birthday, and and he got them reservations for dinner at some type of sushi bar. Yeah. And as Mike and Sully were preparing for their day in the locker room, then they got Mike's locker looked like it was closing on its own, and then we saw that it was actually it was Sully's rival Randall that was closing the door. Yeah, Randall was like blending in like a chameleon. And yeah, Randall was just telling them that he's in the zone. And that he's coming to break the record or something. And then, all the monsters were preparing to begin scaring kids for the day on the scare floor. And yeah, it showed the monster scarers. And they're like preparing to go inside, and then then they were given the signal to begin scaring. And yeah, the monsters all went indoors that were actually kids' closets. And they just went in scaring kids, and and Sully was top scarer, and he was doing a lot better than Randall. Randall was the second top scarer. He was like second on the top of the scarers list. Yeah. And Sully was just doing a lot better than Randall was. And then Randall looked like he became top scarer, but then Sully then just took the top right back. Yeah, and there was one monster that was trying to scare a kid, but the kid wasn't scared of the monster, and the monster just ran right back to out of the closet, and he was freaking out about the kid almost touching him. And then the door to the kid's closet was then shredded. Yeah. And then another one of the monsters, George was then came back from the monster world to the monster world. And then his scare assistant Charlie saw that there was a sock on George's back, and the monsters were convinced that human kids were toxic. So anytime they were gotten touched by kids or anything from kids that they were like being poisoned. So yeah, they had a code for decontamination, and that was 2319. And then yeah, then members of the Child Detection Agency, or the CDA, they then came and then, yeah, they decontaminated George. First they got the sock off him, they like screwed it down and blew it up. Then they ended up shaving George. Yeah. Yeah. And then Waterloo started talking to Sully about the problems that the newcomers are having about scaring, and he asked Sully to come by and to just give a demonstration to kids on to the new monsters how to scare. And then yeah, later in the day the monsters work ended. So yeah, the doors were being returned back, and yeah, Mike was getting ready to go. Oh, after with Schmoopsy Poo, and then yeah, the administrator Ross then came up to Mike, and yeah, she got on him, reminding him to turn in his paperwork. Yeah, yeah, and Mike was freaking out because yeah, he didn't have time to go get his paperwork and take Schmoopsy Poo to the restaurant in time. And so yeah, Sully then told Mike that he would get his paperwork. Yeah, and Mike was telling Sully like what to do with all the copies of the paperwork and what colors to take them to. Yeah. And as Sully was getting Mike's paperwork, he saw that there was still another door on the floor, and if he looked inside to see if there was any monster scaring, and then yeah, then Boo then appeared, and yeah, she was playing with Sully's tail. Yeah, she wasn't called Boo yet right here, but yeah, we know she's called Boo, so I'm just gonna call her Boo. Yeah. Yeah, Boo came out and from behind Sully, and yeah, she was like playing with his tail, touching him, and Sully was freaking out. Yeah, he tried putting Boo back into her closet. But well, back into her room anyway. Yeah, but yeah, she just kept like popping out behind Sully, and then yeah, he put her on her bed inside of her room. And then yeah, as Sully was trying to get out, he like was tripped on one of Boo's things, and yeah, then yeah, a bunch of Boo's stuff was on him. Yeah, and then Sully just took Boo's stuff and tried flushing it down a toilet. But then yeah, the toilet just ended up clogging and it overflowed. And yeah, Sully just stuffed all of Boo's things into an open locker that he saw. And yeah, then Sully was feeling relieved that that everything was okay. Then it would show that Boo was on his back. Sully was still freaking out. And then yeah, then he just put Boo in a bag. Yeah, he tried to take her back to her room, but it turned out Randall was actually in Boo's room. Yeah, Randall was like planning to kidnap Boo, which was revealed throughout the movie. Yeah, and then yeah, before Sully could put Boo back in, Randall ejected Boo's door. Yeah, yeah. Then yeah, Sully went to the sushi bar to talk to Mike about what happened, and yeah, Mike was like talking with Schmoopsy Poo. Yeah. And then yeah, then when Sully was talking to Mike, like they were covering up with a menu, and yeah, and Sully was telling Mike that Randall was there and that there was a problem, and yeah, he Sully tried telling Mike to look in the bag, but Mike didn't see the bag, and as they were looking around, Mike saw that there was a bag walking, and then yeah, a Boo then emerged from the bag, and yeah, all the monsters in the sushi restaurant were freaking out. Yeah. And yeah, Mike and Sully eventually then grabbed her by putting her in a box, and yeah, as they were trying, then they eventually took her back home, and then on the news they were talking about the problem of a child being in the monster world, and yeah. And yeah, Mike and Sully were continuing to freak out in their home. Boo was there. And yeah, and at one point Boo like sneezed on Mike, and yeah, Mike just sprayed himself in the eye. It's funny, yeah. And then yeah, in an attempt to get Boo away from Sully. Sully like threw Mike's teddy bear, little Mikey, in another direction, and Boo went after it. And yeah, when Boo was like hugging little Mikey, Mike snatched him away. And yeah, then Boo started to cry and scream. And then yeah, it was like made like the lights start flickering from the energy from her scream. And then yeah, and the CDA were out looking for Boo, and yeah, they then noticed the flickering coming from Mike and Sully's house. And then yeah, Mike was trying to shut the window cover so the CDA couldn't look in. And yeah, Sully was trying to calm Boo down with little Mikey, but then once Boo touched him, then Sully started freaking out again. And yeah, Mike tried to go after the little Mikey again, but then yeah, then Mike just fell into a garbage can, and then a speaker then fell right on him, and Boo was laughing at it, and then it just like caused an energy overload, and the power went out. Yeah, and later on, Mike was just trying to come up with ideas on what to do with Boo, and he was just saying Boo was a killing machine, and yeah, Sully was just telling Mike that all his plans were just bad, and then yeah, and as Sully was trying to look for a place for Boo to sleep, Boo then got into Sully's bed, and yeah, Sully decided to just let Boo sleep in his bed, and then yeah, Boo was scared about Randall coming through the closet since Randall was her monster, and yeah, Sully tried to tell Boo that there would be no monster coming through the closet, and he decided to just wait until Boo fell asleep to leave the room. Yeah, and then yeah, he was trying to tell Boo to go to sleep, and yeah, and then he just was trying to use sign language, just saying, "You go to sleep." Yeah, and then yeah, after Sully did that, Boo just instantly fell asleep. Yeah, and then Sully was just telling Mike that he doesn't think that Boo is dangerous. And yeah, Sully said that they should just try to put Boo back into her door, and Mike was reluctant to do it. But then the next day, Mike and Sully disguised Boo in a monster suit and attempt to sneak her into the factory and get her back home. Yeah, and once they arrived at the factory, and they saw that the CDA was there searching the place, and then yeah. Then Boo escaped from Sully and went up to Waternoose, and then yeah, Sully was just telling Waternoose that Boo was his cousin's sister's daughter. Yeah, and then Mike went to go get Boo's door key. And then yeah, Boo had to go to the bathroom, so yeah, she was in a toilet stall, and then yeah, she was then trying to hide away from Sully. And yeah, she just was disappearing really fast, moving around, and it was really good. And when Mike went to Ross to try to get Boo's door key, Ross told Mike that he didn't turn in his paperwork last night and that the office was closed, and then she shut the door on Mike's fingers. Yeah, Mike just screamed out in pain, yeah. And then yeah, then Randall then came to the bathroom where Mike and Sully and Boo were, and then yeah, Boo and Sully hid in a toilet stall from Randall, and yeah, Mike kept stepping inside in the toilet bowl, yeah, and then yeah, Randall was just blending in, and he was just busting the doors for the toilet stalls open, but then yeah, Randall's scare assistant Fungus then showed Randall that Boo was actually on the front page of the news. Was he? Yeah, and yeah, Mike, Sully, and Boo heard Randall just talk about Fungus getting the machine ready, yeah. And right when Randall and Fungus left, we just saw the toilet water going everywhere. Yeah, and we saw Mike's feet was wet. And yeah, as Mike and Sully tried to send Boo home, well, Mike just grabbed a car key from her worker, and then yeah, just a random door came down. And then yeah, Sully just said that wasn't Boo's door, and then yeah, this was when he started to call her Boo, and yeah, then Mike just told Sully that he's not supposed to name her because then he'll start getting attached to her. Then Mike just yelled, "Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me!" And then yeah, and all the other workers and members of the CDA were just staring. And yeah, Mike was just telling all of them that they're just rehearsing a scene for a company play called "Put That Thing Back Where It Came From" or "So Help Me." And that was a musical, yeah. And then Boo ended up getting away again. And yeah, they tried to find her again, and then yeah, Randall then just questioned them if they know anything about the kid, and then yeah, they slowly then saw Boo walking, like running off again, yeah. And yeah, as Sully went to go after Boo, who yeah, Mike was then confronted by Schmoopsy Poo again. And yeah, he was just trying to get Schmoopsy Poo to be quiet. Oh yes, and not yell in front of Randall. And then yeah, Randall then saw Mike was actually on the page with Boo. And so yeah, then Randall confronted Mike about where Boo could be. And yeah, Mike was just telling Randall that Boo would have never gotten out if Randall hadn't even been cheating. Yeah, and then Randall just told Mike that Boo's door would be in his station for all the lunch break, and he has until then to put her back. Yeah. And yeah, then Boo like jumped into a garbage can, and yeah, as Boo Sully tried to get her out, a couple of members of the CDA asked Sully for an autograph, and then yeah, as Sully was busy with that, Boo came out of the garbage, but one of the eyes to her suit popped off, and yeah, I was still in the garbage, and yeah, Sully saw the eye, and he thought that Boo was still in there, and yeah, he saw just Boo being taken to the whole, what he thought was Boo being taken to, like, the trash masher thing, yeah. Yeah, he just saw it going through the machine, and yeah, Boo then just came up to some other or baby monsters, yeah. Yeah. Every time like the garbage went through a part of the machine, Sully just kept fainting. And then yeah, once it finally came out, it was like in a garbage cube. And then yeah, Sully just fell over again. And as Mike was trying to search for Sully some more, he then like walked past George and Charlie, and then yeah, and George opened his locker, and it turned out his locker was the one Sully stuffed Boo's things, and then yeah, all of Boo's things fell on George, and yeah, and Charlie called for another 2319, and then the CDA all just took down George again. Yeah, and then Mike finally found Sully, and yes, Sully showed Mike the garbage cube and saw Boo's eyepiece was in there, so yeah, Mike thought the same thing, that Boo was put in the garbage, yeah. And yeah, Sully just said he could still hear her voice. It was, yeah, and then yeah, yeah, Mike could hear Boo's voice also, and yeah, heard voices of the other kids. Yeah, he just asked Sully how many kids does he have in there. Yeah, then Mike and Sully then found Boo. Yeah, and then yeah, another kid bit Mike in the hand, and yeah, then that made Boo laugh again, and the power went out again. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, Mike led Sully back to Boo's door, and then yeah, when it was in Randall Station, Sully felt that there was something going on, that Randall was up to something. Yeah, Mike tried to assure Sully that everything was fine, and yeah, he just went into Boo's door to just show Sully everything was okay, but then yeah, Mike was then like just captured by Randall. Randall thought that it was Boo. Yeah, and then yeah, then Randall put Mike inside a container that actually looked like some of the energy tubes, yeah. And then yeah, Sully just followed Randall to where he was taking Mike, and then yeah, they just came up to a wall. Oh yeah. Yeah. And then yeah, Sully was trying to search for where Mike was. He just saw just carts of real tubes, and then yeah, on they just looked like a place to hang tools. And then yeah, Sully and Boo realized that like it was a secret door leading to somewhere, and yeah, it ended up leading to like a secret lab Randall had where he had his machine. And yeah, then Randall and Fungus then realized that it was actually Mike that they captured. And yeah, and then yeah, Randall decided to test out his machine on Mike, and yeah, his machine was what he called the Scream Extractor, and yeah, it had a bunch of the energy tubes attached to it. I'm not quite sure what it did. Not sure if it like just it takes energy from people, and if it kills them, or I'm really not sure what it does. But yeah, it just does something to extract energy from kids, yeah. And yeah, Randall started up the machine to try to test it out on Mike, and yeah, there was the part that actually like stuck from the mouth. Then yeah, right before it got to like Mike got was gonna get his sucked from his mouth, the machine just shut down. And then yeah, Randall saw that the machine was unplugged, and yeah, Mike was trying to like help Fungus get out. Yeah, get Fungus to help him get out of the machine. Yeah, and then yeah, we saw then that Sully then snatched Fungus, and then yeah, Randall plugged the machine back in. And then when he came back, he saw that Fungus was getting sucked through the machine. Yeah, it showed that Fungus was like getting white and pale or something. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, Randall then was shut off the machine, and when he asked where Mike was, yeah, Fungus was just like gasping and squealing and stuff, yeah. And yeah, and as Mike and Sully were about to escape, and then yeah, Sully told Mike that he had another idea. Then he tried to go to report Randall to Waternoose in the simulation room, but then and when they arrived, then Waternoose told Sully to just demonstrate to the newcomers how to scare, and then yeah, Sully kept trying to tell Waternoose what was going on, but then Waternoose just kept saying for Sully to roar, and then yeah, Sully then just roared at the simulation kid, and then yeah, the simulation child did like scream, but yeah, this roar also scared Boo, and then yeah, Boo just tried to run away from Sully. Yeah, and Sully was like just trying to tell Boo that everything was okay, but then yeah, Boo then fell back and her hood fell off, and then yeah, Waternoose saw that Boo was the child they're looking for, and then yeah, Randall tried convincing Waternoose that Boo was not toxic, and yeah, he just told him that Randall was up to the whole thing. Yeah. And then yeah, Waternoose then just said that they should take care of the child. Yeah. And yeah, he ejected the door that was in the simulator. And then yeah, another door then came up, and then yeah, Mike told Waternoose that if the door they had wasn't Boo's, and yeah, then Randall appeared, and then yeah, it was revealed that Waternoose was in on the plan with Randall, and then yeah, Waternoose and Randall banished Mike and Sully to the Himalayas. Yeah, and then yeah, then Mike started yelling at Sully for not listening to him, and then yeah, as they were like getting into a fight, then the Abominable Snowman then appeared. Yeah, the Abominable Snowman was also voiced by John Ratzenberg, yeah, who also voiced Ham. Yeah, and yeah, he took them to hit his cave or whatever it's called. Yeah, yeah, he offered them lemon snow cones. Yeah, and yeah. Then yeah, the snowman then brought up that there was a village, and yeah, Sully asked where the village would be, and the snowman told him that it would be a 3-day hike, and yeah, Sully just said they need to get there now, and then he just hit a wall, and then yeah, made an icicle fall and rolled to like some snow equipment, yeah. And then Sully started building a sled and to try to get down there, and yeah. And then, yeah, when Sully said that they need to get to Boo, Mike just got angry and was starting to throw the snow cones at Sully. And yeah, Sully just said nothing matters anymore. Yeah. And as the snowman went outside to make more snow cones, yeah, Mike was just telling Sully just he doesn't Celia matter anymore, and that they're gone matter, and doesn't their friendship matter? Yeah. And Sully said that he thinks that there would be a way to save Boo if they could just get down to the village, but Mike refused to go with Sully and just told him he was on his own. So yeah, Sully then just rode the sled down to the village, but then yeah, Sully then hit a rock, and yeah, he just went falling down some more. Then he found the village, and then yeah, he then just came through the closet door that George was gonna go through. Oh yeah. Yeah, it showed that there was another sock on George. And before Charlie could call for another 2319, George just stuffed the sock in Charlie's mouth and threw him into the door. Yeah. And as Randall and Waternoose were about to test the extractor on Boo, who Sully then was able to save Boo and just break the machine and he pinned Waternoose to the wall, but Randall was able to avoid the machine. Yeah, and then Sully just grabbed Boo and tried getting her home, and yeah, he grabbed Boo's door key. Yeah, but then yeah, Randall then blended in, and yeah, he was just beating up Sully. And then yeah, Mike then showed up, and he was just telling Sully that he was just mad for what happened. And yeah, and then yeah, he was telling Sully that he's now here for him, and yeah, Randall was still attacking Sully while he was still like blending in. He was just choking Sully. And yeah, Mike just told Sully to pay attention. Then he threw another piece of the snow cone at him, but it actually hit Randall, and yeah, that allowed Sully to break free. And so yeah, and yeah, Mike and Sully just raced to the scare floor to get Boo's door. But then yeah, Schwoopsy Poo confronted Mike again, and yeah, Mike told her what was going on. And yeah, Schwoopsy Poo didn't believe him at first, but then once she saw Boo, then she realized what was going on, as well as like Randall chasing her. And yeah, as Mike and Sully were trying to get Boo's door, or Schwoopsy Poo helped them, and yeah, she told the monsters that Randall just broke the all-time scare record, and all the monsters like just surrounded Randall to keep him from getting to Mike and Sully. Then once Randall was able to break through the other monsters, yeah, Sully just made all of the doors on the floor eject, and yeah, Mike and Sully grabbed onto another door that was leading to the place where the doors are kept in the factory. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, they just go through all the machine that the doors go through. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, they just started to speed up. And yeah, Randall was following them, but then yeah, they were right behind Boo's door, and then yeah, the doors then went in different directions. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, at one point Boo screamed, and they saw that it like powered up the door, and then yeah, they so then Mike just made Boo laugh, and then yeah, when Boo laughed, it just powered up all the doors, and yeah, Mike and Sully then just went through the doors to try to get to Boo's, and yeah, they just kept going through various doors, and Randall followed. And then at one point Mike closed a door on Randall. Yeah. Randall, yeah, and they thought that they lost him, but then yeah, Randall then snatched Boo away, and then detached the door that Mike and Sully were on, and yeah, the door fell, and yeah, Mike and Sully were able to get inside the door and shut it before the door hit the ground and broke. Yeah. And yeah, Sully and Mike continued to give chase to Randall to save Boo. And yeah, when Mike saw that Sully was following, well, not Mike, when Randall saw that Sully was following, Mike went into the door, and then yeah, Sully was able to get to the door also and come in, but then yeah, Randall tried knocking him down. But then yeah, Boo then helped Sully, and yeah, she attacked Randall, yeah, and then yeah, she whacked him with a baseball bat several times. Yeah, and then Mike and Sully just threw Randall into another door, and in the house that Randall was actually in, the people inside thought that Randall was a gator, and then yeah, Randall was just being whacked around with a shovel, and then yeah, Mike and Sully then destroyed the door they threw Randall in. And when they got to Boo's door, or trying to take her home, the power ended up being out again. So yeah, Mike tried making Boo laugh again, but Boo didn't see what he did first. And then yeah, as Mike was yelling at Sully, only for not checking to see if Boo's hood was up, yes, Boo then just got angry and had her arms crossed, and yeah, she wasn't laughing at anything Mike was doing. But then yeah, then the door was then put back into the scare floor and into a station, and yeah, Waternoose and the CDA were waiting, and then yeah, Mike had the monster suit Boo was in, and trying to trick the CDA and Waternoose, and then yeah, he then threw a sock at one of the CDA members, and then yeah, all the CDA members like piled up, and then yeah, Mike ran off, and the CDA gave chase, and then yeah, Sully and Boo then took her door to the simulation room, and then yeah, Waternoose was chasing them. I mean, yeah, and then Sully bolted the door to the room by like tying the handles together with a pipe, and then yeah, And yeah, Sully put Boo's door in, and yeah, took Boo inside, and then yeah, as he put Boo in her bed, and then Waternoose was able to come in, and then yeah, he was just telling Sully that he'd kidnap 1,000 children before letting the company die, and silence anyone who gets in his way. Then he just knocked Sully aside, and then when he was beginning to grab Boo, he actually grabbed the simulation child, and yeah, it turned out Mike and the CDA were watching the whole thing, and yeah, Mike was then just replaying the part where Waternoose said he'll kidnap 1,000 children before he lets his company die. Then the CDA ended up arresting Waternoose, and as Waternoose was being taken away, he told Sully that it's his fault now when Monsters Inc. goes down and they lose all their power and energy. Yeah. And then yeah, the CDA told Mike and Sully that their #1 member wants to talk to them, and the #1 member ended up being Ross. Yeah. And yeah, Ross was just telling them that she wouldn't have known if it wasn't for them that Waternoose was behind this, yeah. Yeah, and yeah, Sully was just telling Ross that he wants to send Boo home. Yeah, and then yeah, Ross then was just called for a door shredder, and so yeah, just saying that really Sully can't see Boo again. So yeah, then Sully he took Boo back into her room. And then yeah, it actually showed that Boo had some other Pixar things. It showed that she had a Jessie doll, and she also had like a Nemo toy. At this point, Finding Nemo wasn't out yet, so yeah, at the time people probably didn't know what it was, but yeah, now people could actually know, like, it's actually a Finding Nemo toy, yeah. And yeah, Sully put Boo in her bed, and yeah, they said goodbye, and yeah, Sully was like getting teary-eyed about it, and then yeah, then Sully then went back and closed Boo's closet door, and yeah, Boo came back and opened it again and saw that her closet was just normal again, and then it just showed Boo's door being shredded. And yeah, Mike was able to like recover one piece and give it to Sully, and then it showed Waternoose being taken off, and then yeah, Mike was just saying that now that they did it, but now they have consequences to go through, but at least they have a laugh, and then yeah, Sully then had an idea when he heard Mike said laugh. Then we cut to inside another kid's room, and we get like something similar to like what happened at the beginning of the movie. Mike then appeared, and yeah, he was just like talking into a microphone, trying to stand up for another kid, but the kid was just staring at Mike with like just a blank expression. And Mike just then he ate his microphone, but then burped it out, and then the kid just started laughing uncontrollably. Yeah, and so yeah, they create a laugh floor instead, and yeah, the laughter was 10 times more powerful than energy from the scream, so yeah, they were able to get even more energy. And yeah, then yeah, Schwoopsy Poo then gave Mike a box of magazines, and yeah, Mike and Sully were on the cover, but yeah, Mike's face was like covered up by one of the like tracking label things. Yeah, but Mike was so happy that he was on the magazine. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, then Mike just had a surprise for Sully, and then he took him, and he showed her that he put Boo's door back together, and yeah, he just told Sully there was a lot of wood to go through, and the door would only work if he had every piece, and then yeah, Sully used the piece of Boo's door that he had, and he put that back in the door, and that was the last piece needed, and yeah, Boo's door came back on, yeah. Then Sully opened the door back up, and yeah, we just heard Boo call out to Sully, and yeah, Sully just like had a really happy smile, and yeah, then that's how the movie ended. So yeah, 3.75 stars out of 4. Really, really great movie. Really do love it. Alright, so yeah, so that does it for my review of Monsters Incorporated. Hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.